Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to MAP, the Museum of Art and Photography. I'm Ricky Kej and I will be your host today for the Bursts of Sound section of this amazing ongoing Art is Life SOUNDFRAMES Festival. So I'm a musician and an environmentalist, and for the last few years, the only kind of music that I create is about the environment, sustainability, and positive social impact around those areas. Now, I believe that music is an art form. Even though some of us actually do not consider it so, most of us consider it to be some form of a commercial entity or maybe a non-commercial entity, but the kind of musicians that we have curated for this particular section are absolutely amazing and skilled. For them, music is not just some sort of a profession, but also a way of life. Now, the genre and style of music they perform defines them, and these artists communicate best through music, because their music is a true extension of their own personalities and their own beliefs. Not music that has been commissioned to them by a film director or an advertising agency or what mass audiences demand. So what you're going to see today is an artistic expression in varied musical forms and ideas. Now, even though we've curated who the performers are, we have strictly stayed away from curating the performances itself and the artistic expression itself. So we have given complete freedom to every performer to come up with something that they truly believe that it represents their artistic sensibilities. We've done our best to film the musicians, not in some sort of a sanitized studio environment, which I am in today, but what they would consider to be their natural habitat. So these recordings will not have the perfect, pristine audio quality that you would expect from a studio recording, but a more natural, holistic sound, the way that music was meant to be enjoyed. So today is part 1 of this Bursts of Sound section, and I hope you join us for part 2 too. Part 2 anyway. So I hope you join us tomorrow for part 2. So let's kickstart this with a powerful, energetic rap a cappella performance with musicians from around the world. We have Konshens the MC, a popular rapper and social justice icon from Washington, D.C. We have Lonnie, my close friend and a Grammy nominee from New York, a brilliant singer-songwriter. We have Armand Hutton, another Grammy nominee, but this one's from Nashville. We have Dr. Noize, a popular award-winning children's music artist from Colorado. We have powerhouse performer from Mumbai, India, that is IP Singh. We also have the amazing Zaii Youth Choir all the way from South Africa. Wow, that's a lot of artists on one song. So here goes Born from the Land, which is also the official land anthem of the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, that is the UNCCD. Here is their official land anthem, Born from the Land.
We all want to know, we'll always have a home, a solid ground beneath our feet. The earth we walk upon, build our homes upon, she can provide our every need. But we need to stop and look around and marvel at all its beauty. Let's celebrate the joy of life. Whoa, we're born from the land. Whoa, you and I and all of life. Whoa, we're born from the land. Yeah. Let's celebrate the joy of life. Whoa, we're born from the land. And I and all of life, oh, we're born from the land. Yeah. Woo.
We fly high like birds in the sky. Never worry, that land always provides. Freely given, this beauty can't be denied. Plus we're all born from the land, so recognize Earth a blessing, it's only right we protect it. Peace signs in the air if you promise not to neglect it. The plan is worth everybody's attention, and putting her first, it fixes many conditions. You and I all like we celebrate the gift of life we're getting while in this space. From the land is one we all relate, giving us a place to live and make a way. Let's grow.
Let's celebrate the joy of life.
Celebrate the joy of life.
We're born from the land.
Said we're born from the land.
You and I and all of life.
Said we're born from the land, let's grow. It's all alike. We're born from the land.
देखता जरा तेनू जो भी चाहिदा तेरे पैरां दे है थल्ले पिया सोचता जरा उसे तरह हो दुनिया होवे जिस तरह दिल तेरा Let's celebrate the joy of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Oh, you and I and all of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Yes, we are. Let's celebrate the joy of life. Oh, we're born from the land. You and I and all of life. Oh, we're born from the land. We're born from the land.
I hope you all enjoyed that. So let's celebrate the joy of life because after all, we are all born from the land. So it is said that globally the livelihoods of 1.3 billion people are directly related to the land, and also conserving land is the cheapest way to combat the effects of climate change. So let us all protect our land. Now let's talk about a new musical genre, at least new for today's program, that is jazz music. Now, jazz is a musical genre that originated in the African American communities of New Orleans, Louisiana, that is in the United States of America, in the late 19th and the early 20th centuries, with its roots in blues and ragtime. Now, since then, all of us know that it's been recognized as a major form of musical expression in traditional and popular music. So, linked by the common bonds of African American and the European American musical parentage. So, jazz is characterized by swing and blues notes, complex chords, call and response vocals, polyrhythms, and most importantly, improvisation. And it is because of the improvisational characteristics of jazz music that some of the most fruitful global collaborations have been between jazz musicians and Indian classical musicians, because the two genres complement each other very, very well, especially when it comes to the improvisational space. So next up, we have a jazz duo led by jazz legend Glenn Zottola from Port Chester, New York. He's an American jazz trumpeter and saxophonist. Now, Zottola is known for his work with Lionel Hampton, Benny Goodman Sextet, Bob Wilber, and he has played with a broad range of vocalists, including, and you will recognize these people, he's played with Frank Sinatra, with Michael Jackson, with Tony Bennett, Peggy Lee, Ella Fitzgerald, and many, many more. So given Glenn Zottola's track record, it goes without saying that his music has touched the lives of millions and millions, maybe even billions, portraying a wide range of emotions through his unique style. He has recorded over 50 albums, performed at major jazz festivals throughout the world, and was band leader on the Suzanne Summers daytime TV talk show at Universal Studios. So along with him today performing is keyboard virtuoso Kirby Jones, a fantastic composer and performer. So they're going to play for us a beautiful original composition by them, a jazz composition called Starlight in Your Smile. So here is Starlight in Your Smile. Hello everyone, Namaste. For those of you who have just joined in, I'm Ricky Kej and I'll be your host today for the Bursts of Sound section at this amazing ongoing Art is Life SOUNDFRAMES festival. So to better understand our next performance, I need to set the tone by giving some context to the state in India where this amazing musician comes from. Mizoram is a state in the northeast of India. The name of the state is derived from Mizo, the self-described name of the native inhabitants, and Ram, which is in Mizoram means land. Thus, Mizoram means land of the Mizo. So Mizoram shares a border with 3 of the 7 sister states in the northeast, namely Tripura, Assam and Manipur. The state also shares a really long border with the neighboring countries of Bangladesh and Myanmar. About 95% of Mizoram's population descends from a diverse tribal origin, which means that Mizoram has a really rich cultural heritage which has been passed down from generations to generations and numerous living ancient traditions like music. So our next performer is Zaii Hauchhum, one of the most sought after Mizo singers and one of the greatest musical exports from Mizoram. Having performed all over India and in the world and millions of fans on social media, she will be singing a song called Hauchhum, a traditional Mizo song. The song has been arranged by Dan Bau, and we filmed this song in the hills of Mizoram, the land of supernatural beauty, and loads of gratitude to Chantia Videography and Artist Connect for making this happen. Here is Hauchhum.
Chua ka cha ilengang mo Ching rang tung la muang te no Thok del delin Ram tin kil tin mo in zo Lanu oi 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 ka zai Oi 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 ka shu sele min sel lo Thang van ka ya Kapel ma chua Ngur zong leng ten zo Lang sang hui an chai malo chua Zoram cho in mo ma ten kaleng der Dual chai pui parte ilen nat lang Clear zelin Zaii min vor pui don Lomni oi 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 ana Oi 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 gashu sele min sel lo sang dâu có sang là nu val roal chuan e sen sa tur nin nuayan chor theng nuayan zai e kwang pui choin oi 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 ga shu zele min selo thang van ga yari le pui ka pel ma chua ngur zong leng ten zo lang sang hoi an zai ma lo chua zo tui thiang po luang ve zelo a luang ve Kwa vel ram zava kil tin koi tin shoot velin nam tin dam na doi reng in luang dem ro oi 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 ga shoot zele min selo thang van ka yari lipui kapel ma chuan ngur zong leng tin zo klang sang hoi an zai ma lo chuan thei ro.
Wow, what a wonderful song and such a beautiful location. I urge all of you to visit the northeast of India whenever you can if you haven't already visited this beautiful, beautiful place. So let's move on to the greatest composer of all time, Ludwig van Beethoven. So as all of us know, he was a German composer, a pianist. Beethoven remains one of the most admired composer in the history of Western music. His works rank among the most performed of the classical music repertoire and span the transition from the classical period to the Romantic era in classical music. So Beethoven also gained a reputation as a virtuoso pianist. So what I admire the most about Beethoven is that he was always in tune with nature. It is said that he would spend a lot of time within nature and interpret the sounds of nature through the language of music and orchestrations. In fact, he wrote an entire symphony, the Pastoral Symphony, as a celebration of the beauty and chaos of nature. So our next performer is considered to be a child prodigy. 11-year-old Ashwin Sundararajan has been learning the piano since he was 4 years old. 4 years old. He has been a student of Theme Music Institute in Bangalore under Ashwin Prabhakaran. Apart from piano, I'm told that he enjoys reading and swimming. He aspires to be a musician professionally, and you will see through this performance that he absolutely deserves to be a professional musician, maybe even now. And this is Ashwin's interpretation of a revered classical piece by Beethoven. Here is the first movement sonata in C minor. Wow, that performance was just mind-blowing. That kid's definitely going places, and looking at that performance, I feel that I need to practice a lot more. Our very own Indian Lang Lang. Hello everyone, Namaste. For those of you who have just joined in, I'm Ricky Kej, and I'll be your host today for the Burst of Sound section at this amazing ongoing Art is Life SOUNDFRAMES festival. Now moving from piano to drums. Now, a drum set is a collection of drums, cymbals, and other percussion instruments which are set up on stands to be played by a single player with drumsticks held in both hands and also using the drummer's feet, operating pedals that control the hi-hat, the cymbal, and the beater for the bass drum. So all of us have seen a drum kit, all of us know what it is. So a drum kit consists of a mix of drums, usually a snare drum, a bass drum, two or more toms, a hi-hat, or one or more cymbals. As you will see with our next performer, many drummers extend their kits from this basic configuration, adding more and more drums and cymbals and many other instruments, including pitched percussion. So they make it even sound musical. Of course, drums are musical, but you know what I mean. So widely considered to be the best and the most versatile drummer in India, our next performer, Arun Kumar, has adapted his Carnatic classical percussion sensibilities to the Western drum kit. And of course, he's a student of various forms of drums like, rock drums and jazz and Western classical and various things. So having performed with the who's and who in the Indian music scene and beyond, Arun has developed an unparalleled style of drumming which can only be called his own style. Now, I have performed with Arun at least for 60 concerts all over the world, and I'm blown away each time by his performance and his capabilities. So in this solo drum piece that you're about to hear, Arun gives us a glimpse of different musical styles with an Indian flavor, and also performs some powerful vocal percussion passages known as kunakol. So here is Arun Kumar wowing us away with a drum solo. Take it away, Arun Kumar.
தரகிடதி தக் 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 டதி தக்கதிபி தக்கச்சுடு தக்கதிபி தக்கச்சுடு தி தக்கதிரதீம் 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 தக்கட தக்க தக்கதிரதீம் கதி தி 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 தக்க தக்கட தக்க தக்கதிரதீம் கதி கதி தரி தக்கட தக்க தக்கதிரதீம் கதி கதி தக்க தக்கட தக்க தக்கதிர தரி தக்கட தக்க தக்கதிர தக்கட கதி தரி கட கதி தரி கட கதி Takakibi takajodi. Tatikita tum, tatikita takadi. Tatikita tum tum tum. Tarakadi. Dipi takajono. Takatakita takajono. Takatakita takajono. Takatakita takajono. Takatakita takatakita takatakita. Kedatakita. Takadimi takita tak. Takadibi takita ta. Takadibi takita takadibi takita takita. Tadikita kada. Takadikita kada. Tadikita takadikita tarikitatum 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 ta. Takadikita tading. Takadikita tading. Takatakita 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 kedatakita ta. Tadi takadit tadi din din ta. Din tadi. Din tadi. Din tadim. Din tadim. 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 Tadim tadim. Dim 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 dim. Takajodo takadibi takajodo takadimi takajodo takadi takajodo takadibi takajodo takadibi takajodo takadinata takadibi takajodo takadibi takajodo takadibi takajodo takadibi takajodo takadibi takajodo takadibi takajodo.
Wow, that was amazing. So can any of you mimic Arun Kumar's vocal percussions? That is the kuno call that I described to you. Amazingly fast and so articulate. Anyway, for our last performance of the day, we have one of the most popular indie bands in North India, that is Faridkot. Now, Faridkot consists of my close friend IP Singh, a sought-after singer and lyrics writer in Bollywood, and pretty much the advertising industry. And it also consists of Rajashri Sanyal, one of the finest guitar players in the country, and also he's a film soundtrack composer. Both of them form the powerhouse act that is Faridkot. Now, I've always been a huge fan of Faridkot, and in fact, I've performed with Faridkot on multiple occasions. So this particular song that they're going to perform for you is called Banjare. It's a folk song with a hint of Punjabi music. So here is the awesome Faridkot with Banjare.
Hi everyone, this is Faridkot. Thank you for having us for this virtual concert. Congratulations to the whole team and हम अपना एक गाना सुना रहे हैं बंजारे, बट हम शुरुआत करेंगे पेइंग ट्रिब्यूट टू बाबा बुल्ले शाह जी. सो बैठिए, सुनिए आराम से, दिल तक बात पहुंचने दीजिए एंड लेट्स गो.
पढ़ पढ़ आलम फाजल होयो, कदे अपने आप नूं पढ़िया नाई. पज पज वड़ना मंदिर मस्ती, कदे मन अंदर तो बड़िया नाई. एवे रोज शैतान ना लड़ना, कदे नफ्स अपनी नाल लड़िया ना. बुल्ले शाह आसमानी उड़निया फड़ो नाए, जेड़ा कर बैठा फड़िया ना. ओ बंजारे सोनी वो मंजिल तुझको पुकारे, और रुक जा रे बेफिक्र तू हो के मेरे संग अब आ रे. वो जुर्म से सितारे वो नदी के किनारे बैठे हुए वहीं पे, तू क्यों भूल गया रे. ओ बंजारे सोनी वो मंजिल तुझको पुकारे, हो ना जा रे बेफिक्र तू हो के मेरे संग अब आ रे. है रातें क्यों तन्हा रे, खोई है क्यों बहारें, हमको तो पता है ये खुद को तो समझा रे. ओ बंजारे को पुकारे हो ना जा रे बेफिक्र तो हो के मेरे संग अब आ रे अब आ रे अब आ रे अब आ रे बन जा रे
Thank you so much. I am IP Singh. That's Raj. And we are Faridkot.
We're now at the end of our Bursts of Sound segment for today. So hope you can carry on with this live stream and appreciate all the art that MAP, that is the Museum of Art and Photography, has to offer us through this amazing, amazing festival. I'll be back tomorrow with another segment of Bursts of Sound. So please join us. All my very, very best wishes for you. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you so much.